Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Good news, as of December 2024, China has made it much easier for travelers. If you're from one of the 54 eligible countries, you can now enjoy up to 10 days of visa-free transit. I have linked the official announcement in the description for details, but if you're planning to stay for longer or China is your only destination, you will need to apply for a visa. On hotel bookings, one thing to watch out for. Hotels in China need a special license to accommodate foreign guests. Double check with yours to avoid any last minute surprises. Essential apps to download. These apps will make your life so much easier the moment you land. Number one, payment apps. Forget cash or foreign credit cards. They won't get you far. Everything runs on mobile payments here. Even Starbucks in big cities like Shanghai do not accept credit cards. Here you have two options. Number one, Alipay. Set up an account and link your card before your trip. This is a must for shopping, transport, and even street food. And number two, WeChat. Besides being China's go-to messaging app, it is also essential for payments. Many restaurants only accept WeChat Pay. Just scan the QR code at your table, order, and pay directly through the app. Number two, taxi hailing apps. Getting a taxi the old-fashioned way can be tricky in China since many drivers take app bookings instead. The largest taxi hailing app in China is called Didi, which is equivalent of Uber. In the US, it's super easy to use. Or otherwise, you can download AMap, which is a map app, but great for taxi hailing as well. If you want your smartphone to be clutter-free, then this is a good option to cover both purpose. Maps and VPNs. Google Maps? Nope, it's blocked. Instead, download AMap or Baidu Maps. If you need Google, Facebook, or Instagram, you could use them with your foreign data roaming. On Wi-Fi, you will need a VPN. Install it before you arrive. And for Wi-Fi, Starbucks has the most reliable free Wi-Fi. Airport and train station Wi-Fi's can be a hit and miss unless you are in a business lounge. In a pitch, many locals will happily share their mobile hotspot with you if you ask them nicely. Where to go and booking attractions. If it's your first time visit in China, then Beijing and Shanghai are great places to start with. They offer a mix of historical sites and modern conveniences. If you plan to spend longer time in China, then you could consider Xi'an, where the Terracotta Warriors are located, or Chengdu for the world's largest panda breeding research center, or Hangzhou, which is close to Shanghai and famous for its natural scenery, silk, and green tea. China is a big country. Its size is similar to Europe. Sometimes you will find it that high-speed trains are much more reliable and efficient than flights. Like between Beijing and Shanghai, you can book train tickets on 12306.cn and pick up your tickets at train stations service counters with your passport. Chinese citizens do not need physical tickets in order to get onto the train, so the queue should be manageable. A tip here is to avoid public holidays. China's public holidays can involve massive crowds and sky-high hotel prices. Locals travel during these times because they have limited vacation days. So if you're not a fan of packed tourist spots, then plan accordingly. The best time to visit are spring and autumn, when the weather is perfect, warm but not too hot. Summer can be brutally hot, especially if you're used to air conditioning blast at 16 degrees centigrade. Winter in northern China can be freezing, but southern regions stay mild. If you're Canadian or Russians, you will be fine. Booking attractions. Public museums are free, but book ahead. They fill up fast, especially on weekends and school holidays. Iconic spots like the Forbidden City in Beijing get your tickets as soon as possible. Sometimes using a local tour guide can be useful in securing tickets. Seasonal events like the Harbin Ice and Snow Festival don't have fixed dates, so please do check before making plans. Food and dining tips. Chinese food is legendary, but here's what you need to know. First, the Chinese food you've had abroad, probably not the real deal. And second, want to find the best eats? Just follow the local people. If there's a long queue, then it's worth the wait. 3. If you're feeling adventurous, don't ask what you just ate until after you've tried it. Trust me, it's better that way. And for in China, there's no tipping culture. Older people can feel offended or confused if you insist giving them a tip. If you zone a place when you're paying for food or service, it is optional. Now, this is really important. So, food safety and allergies. First, if you are in a hotspot or self-serving barbecue place, then please do make sure that the meat is fully cooked. China isn't big on raw meat like Japan or France. If you have food allergy, be extra cautious. Many locals aren't familiar with severe food allergies, so be clear when communicating with the wait staff. Peanut oil is widely used in Chinese cooking, and they will not tell you in the ingredients. On social media, I've read cases that some people who are allergic to peanuts in their home country found that they can actually cope with peanut in China. By all means, you can't be too careful with allergies. Lactose intolerance is common in China, but many people still consume dairy in small amounts without worrying too much. This is part of the reason why the locals are not that sensitive to food allergies, and please do make sure that you tell the people if you have any. Wondering about social taboos, relax. The Chinese people are super friendly, though cultural norms can be very different from what you're used to. Perhaps most distinctively, drugs, prostitution, and casinos are strictly illegal in mainland China. Macau is the only place where casinos are permitted in China. Language and communication. English is widely taught in schools, but many people are more comfortable reading and writing than speaking. In big cities, there are English signatures everywhere. If someone sounds direct in English, they're not being rude, it's just how they learn the language. Cultural sensitivity. China is massive, with thousands of years of history, but locals tend to focus on shared values rather than differences. Please avoid blunt criticism of Chinese customs or policies. Social harmony is a big deal here. If you are unsure about something, then ask questions instead of making assumptions. It's the best way to keep conversations smooth. China is an incredible place to visit, and with a bit of preparation, you'll have an amazing experience. Enjoy your trip and safe travels. If you have other questions, please leave me a message in the comment area. See you next week.